Hi, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing great today. So I have my notes here. Let's talk about how this new moon is going to be hitting you in your 11th house. I kind of want to talk about a little bit more than this with you guys, only because I've been getting a lot of emails regarding Saturn in your relationship sector. Understandable, right? Totally get that. And then we're gonna pull some cards for your energies from the 20th to the 26th of the month. I did do the new moon energies, the new moon in Taurus video already. I'm going to link it in the description box below, so check that out so you can see how we're all going to be feeling the changes coming up this week. But so you have it in your 11th house, so that's associated with Aquarius, and it's co-ruled by Saturn and Uranus. So obviously this is about restriction and doing things differently, sort of at the same time. And that 11th house is normally, everybody just says it's about friends, but it's about a lot more than that, because it represents to me the attempt to go beyond your ego identity and become greater than what you already are right now, and just this palatable desire to move yourself forward in a different way. I just get a very deep energy for you guys right now, and the thing is, the main way of achieving this is to identify with something larger than yourself, such as friends, such as groups, such as adopting some sort of new ideology, some sort of belief system, okay? So with Taurus in there, this tells me that you're going to be rethinking the groups you associate with, also regarding how you make money, right? Because again, it's Taurus, so we can't overlook the fact that Taurus does rule the second house, which is all about our connection to money, how we handle money. It's to do with finances. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus is all about connected to love and money and self-esteem. So we have to look at all of these things sort of together. But I feel like you're going to be rethinking the groups you associate with to make money. It's like really rethinking, do I really like who I work with? Do I like how I make my money? Do I like who I spend my time with doing it? Your ideologies around making money in general, as well as reassessing your friendships, are going to be happening right now. Identifying and loving those ride or die friends, really very, those people that we have that we could just really depend on, and identifying the energy vampires and saying, you know what, dude, you might have reached your expiration date, or you might even be feeling like that with your job, where it's just sucking the very life out of you, and it's just not something that you really want to just be involved with anymore, right? For many of you. So on the 22nd, the new moon, Saturn and Uranus, they're all going to be close enough to kind of clash with one another. And this is the thing. This is what I wanted to mention. So this is going to be a bit of a preview of what is to become a bigger theme for you guys in 2021. So this suggests that you're going to be restructuring your finances in some way, and you might decide to make a plan to gradually leave your established relationship that you're in right now. You may decide to earn your living in a new way, or in a less dramatic move, right? You might just be looking at your finances and saying, okay, I need to change how much I put here and how much I put there, and what I save for that and what I allocate for that, just in a very basic, like pragmatic way. But something going on with the finances for sure is what's going to be happening here. And to respond to the many questions about Saturn in your relationships. Now, Saturn entered your 8th house of joint finances last month on March 21st, and it's going to stay there until July 1st. So I know a lot of you guys were like, so Saturn's been in my relationship sector. Well, Saturn actually took a little reprieve out of the relationship sector. I'm not sure if you guys have been feeling it, but it's more about finances right now. And then after the 1st, Saturn's going to return to your 7th house, which is all about partnerships and marriage. So even if it has nothing to do with relationships, it could have to do with business partnerships or just close connections like that, where he had been since December of 2017. So he's been in there, right, since 2017. And then he just did this little pop out from the March 21st until July 1st, right? So we're in the pop out phase, which is good, right? I mean, after all. So from July 1st to the 16th, Saturn's remaining time in Capricorn there until December 16th, you're going to need to decide once and for all whether you want to stay with your partner or not, whether you want to stay in that business partnership or not, whether you're going to keep that close connection or not. You have to decide once and for all, because there's been a lot of rigmarole. There's been a lot of back and forth. Saturn is not always easy in Capricorn. It's not. It's just not, right? And this is, you guys have really labored here. You guys have been through the gigs, under Saturn's opposition to the sun. I mean, just that aspect has been such a strain. But so for now, you're better off with Saturn out of that 7th house. And for Saturn on one of the angles, it's usually a very strenuous experience, right? The angles of the chart, these are things you guys are going to be dealing with, right? Include 1st house of personality, the 4th house of home, the 7th house of marriage partnerships, and the 10th house of career and achievement. So it's like, these are all going to be kind of like what's going on throughout the year. But the thing is, what's really nice is it will finally end and decisions will be made, and like the clouds are going to clear and things are going to become incredibly obvious to you, where you might be feeling like so caught between things, right? Just so seriously caught between things. I mean, as for a lot of people, I've been saying it's almost like a purgatory, because it's like you're not here, you're not there, and you feel this sense of emptiness because you're neither here nor there, and you really don't know where your feet are. So a lot of you are feeling like this, I know. So right now, seriously, the astrology is telling you, focus on your money right now. Focus on getting into a situation that you feel really good about, how you're creating resources, not depending on anybody else, and just really focus primarily on that right now, because the relationship thing is going to end up working itself out. It's going to become incredibly obvious to you, Cancer. It really will. And that doesn't mean that you guys are all going to be leaving your relationship. You may be in a space where you're going to be like, you know what, that's it. I resolve, no matter what, come hell or high water, I am working this out. We're going to work this out no matter what. And it could be that, you know what I mean? But there can't be this wishy-washy, or, this okay one day, not okay, okay for 3 days, then lousy for 8 days. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. High Priestess, reverse, 5 of Pentacles, being crossed by the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to pull these up so that you guys could see each one more clearly. Okay, so, well, this is your past. So I'm going to be doing these for career and for relationship. So hello, Tower. Something ended. Now, remember, Tower is a couple of things. Tower is a Mars energy, right? Mars comes in and shakes things up and says, come on, let's go this way. That thing wasn't working out for you anyway. In that way, right? Something becomes illuminated. Something became illuminated for you, okay? Something became illuminated, something came to light, and it was realized that that cycle needed to end. Whatever it was, it needed to stop. Now, this could be your career, the job, absolutely makes sense, right? The Tower is like you kind of don't see it coming, even though the underpinning of it has been cooking for a little bit. And isn't that the whole thing with the virus, for sure? So very clear message if this has to do with career in that way. But absolute shift. So even if you're still in your job and you're still gainfully employed, but maybe you're working differently, things are different, there is this shifting here. There's this tearing down of the old, and there's this understanding and this illumination that things are going to be they're going to have to be handled differently. And there is this forward movement. If this has to do with relationship, it can mean that at this point there was an ending of a relationship that you experienced. This could also mean that you had this amazing set of epiphanies hit you, where everything became very illuminated to you all at once, and you realized that changes need to be made and you were not on the right path. that you were supposed to be on. But whatever it is, it's changed. And it's changed in something that you believed in one time, right? So it's like something that you had faith in one time. So it could even be your own belief system, like a way of believing. This could be in a relationship, a job, anything like that. Situation right now, we have the High Priestess reverse crossed by the Five of Pentacles. All right, not an easy energy, I'm not going to lie. So let's talk about this. So the High Priestess reverse is a moon energy, which I kind of like better in the reverse because I always like the moon better in reverse. Any moon energy I like better in reverse because the moon is what we do in private, right? It's what we think in private, what we think, you know. But a lot of times it's like where we play these mind games with ourselves, not because we're not intelligent or emotionally mature, but a lot of times it's, you know, we don't want to admit the full truth of something to ourselves, right? So what I like about the reverse is we're going to be realizing these things. We're going to be realizing that in one way, shape, or form, we didn't feel connected to that thing anyway. Five of Pentacles, that meant mental energy, where you don't feel that mental, physical, and emotional connection. Some of you having to do with work, you realizing I wasn't getting paid what I was deserving of anyway. I just wasn't. And I wasn't feeling supported there. That is the Five of Pentacle energy. It's that mental energy of lack. So even if there is support here, even if there is you feeling, which at the end of the day, if you feel it, it's real, right? Obviously, it's something that, but this is you trying to get in touch with all of this. Like, why did you stay in something? Why did you allow something to happen? Forgiving yourself and all of that stuff, but just like the recognition of it all, you know? The recognition of it all. Seven of Swords is the crowning energy. So this is the card of, okay, this is a couple of things. First of all, it's a card of thievery. But I kind of look at this in a little bit of different way because it's a moon and Venus energy. So whenever we're talking about the moon and Venus, moon is I feel. I'm sorry, moon in Aquarius. So moon is I feel. Aquarius is different, right? Aquarius is out of the box, ruled by Uranus. So this is why I often call this the card of the mask. Somebody's wearing a mask. Now, this could be you being in a position right now, Cancer, where you feel like you need to play somebody at their own game. You know what I mean? Where you're going along with something because you just have to play somebody at their own game right now. For others of you, you can be dealing with somebody that's just not presenting who they really are, or you may be in a space where you're presenting yourself as not being who you really are. And again, there does not have to be malice involved with this. Obviously, if it literally is, because it is the card of thievery, so it can indicate that somebody is coming in and trying to manipulate, gaslight, deflect as far, because it's a sword energy. Swords are words and communication. So when somebody comes in and tries to steal your words and steal how you want to communicate, that is very much like a deflection and gaslighting kind of thing. At the same time, though, you could just be dealing with somebody who is just not showing who they really are. And you may be in the space of having to go along with it, you know, playing somebody at their own game. But it's for your own head. And it's for your own safety. Because as I say in every video, what is the most important thing to you guys? Safety. Safety. Right? King of Pentacles is the foundation. Nice. Like that. King of Pentacles, beautiful. Somebody has their act together with money. Foundation. To have this in the foundation, King of Pentacles, means you feel very viscerally that something is happening here. King of Pentacles has to do with somebody who has their money together, who understands mental, emotional, and physical connection, who is able to bring you on this new path with them, right? Because it's an Aries and Taurus energy. So Taurus is that earthy energy, right, that we're going to be in. Aries, again, is about that fresh perspective. So for many of you, this can indicate a new relationship, a new person entering the scene. For others of you, this can indicate a new opportunity that's coming in, that's bringing you again on this new path, because it's Aries. Representing you right now is the Three of Cups in the reverse. So this is you holding back. Whenever we have a cup energy, it's a holding back. This is also irresponsible partying, or maybe handling something in a little bit of an irresponsible way. But maybe also, if you're not doing anything like that, because this is a Mercury and Cancer energy, this could just be you not communicating the best way. You might be holding something back. You might not be reaching out to somebody. You might not be opening up to somebody in a way that's going to be able to bring that Cancerian metaphorical fourth house home space to the situation. But it's like you're not sharing. So Cancer, I feel like for many of you, you may be in a situation right now where you're sort of going along with the flow of things. But you're not going along with the flow of things in the way that you really feel. There's a lot going on inside of you with that Seven of Swords energy, I feel like. And you're feeling this strong desire and this pull towards this new path with this King of Pentacle energy. And you're not sharing your emotions, right? Mercury reverse. You might be saying, Cancer, right? You got to be honest with yourself. Like, are you just saying stuff to like stay in the moment, to not rock the boat with something? Okay. I just noticed the external energy. Page of Cups. This is a new relationship. Cancer. This is an external energy from you. I feel like there's a new energy that wants to come in, or somebody that's trying to get back with you from the past. Yes. We have your fear as the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So you don't want to trust this, what's coming in. You don't trust it. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Right? It's very exciting. The Knight of Pentacles comes in, you know, on his horse, and, you know, but it's a Leo feeling very passionately about it. But Virgo's ruled by Mercury. And in the reverse, you're afraid, oh man, I feel like they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. I don't trust them. I feel like somebody might be wanting to have a new cycle with you, but you don't trust them. You don't trust what it is that they're saying. And then we have the Ace of Cups reverse as the final outcome. Because you feel like, no, I get, you know, in order to turn this upright, you have to trust. If you don't trust, this is going to stay in reverse. And I'm getting right now, at the end of this week, you are not going to feel comfortable, so you're not going to trust. But then we have the King of Swords as the outcome. Okay, so this could be, if this has to do with employment, having to do with the Three of Cups energy, you being in this space right now when it comes to your employment, of maybe not fully disclosing what it is that you really want, you know, putting on this face, putting on this mask. And it could be because even though you don't really want to stay, you're not going to bite your nose off to spite your face, right? But you are definitely setting your sights on a new job, on some sort of new position, is what I'm getting here. But you're letting sleeping dogs lie in a way until something comes to fruition. But then we have this new job offer coming in, but you don't trust it. So I feel like there's not going to be this new beginning in that career or in that job, in whatever position is going to be offered to you. But guys, then we have the King of Swords, right? And the King of Swords is a Capricorn and Aquarius energy. And Capricorn really very directly has to do with work. So there's some sort of new work coming in. If it has to do with career, this is telling me that you're going to be getting new work. Absolutely. This is a great energy for career, for those of you who are going to be looking for new work. Now, if this has to do with relationships, in the same way, it's about Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. It's about putting in that hard work to do things differently than they were before. Okay? Obviously, whatever was going on before wasn't working. It ended. You guys had that Tower moment. It ended. So unless something changed, which I feel like you're dealing with an energy that's really wanting to change and really wanting things to be different. I mean, this is positive no matter how you slice it. King of Swords. Right now. I mean, they might have a sharp tongue. You might be dealing with an air energy. All of that. But what I like about this is the astrological associations is really going to have it working differently. So really that's what you need to focus on, is the working differently, whether it has to do with career or whether it has to do with relationship. That's what I see here for you guys. Yeah. Nice reading, guys. I like it for you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome, awesome week. Stay grounded, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.